Good evening, loves, and welcome to a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with Nassunni, smooth fire. How are you guys doing tonight? I would like to get my party started, talking about my books. Deepest Thoughts by Lavina, Expressions by Lavina. Those are books of poetry for body, mind, and spirit, and My Dirty Little Secret, which is a fun and sexy short story. All three books are available on Amazon.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my guest is in the building. Let me get her to join. 1 second. Okay. Peace and love, sis. I just sent you a request to come in. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my God, you look absolutely beautiful in those frames.
Look, I had to come up and show out for you, Queen.
Yes, and I appreciate it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. I am so happy and excited to be here.
Thank you. Mr. William Washington from One on One Poetry just joined. Ramadan, Sister Queen, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress coming at you with a taste of Nassunni, smooth fire, honey. Thank you. So now I'm going to read just a little bit of your bio because we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's in there.
Okay.
Nassunni is an abstract artist, designer, and poet. She is from New York, but lives in Philadelphia. Now, Miss Nassunni, the first question I would like to ask is about your name. I love your name. Now, and of course, first I misspelled it. Then I mispronounced it. So I said, oh no, tonight when I come on the show, I got to get it right. I need to know the story behind it. I need to know where the name came from. Please share with us.
It's really, like I said, it's a little story within itself. Many years ago, a little over 20 years ago, when I first embraced Islam, I was trying to, pick a name. So I had picked Naima Abdus Salam. But then I started to get into the spoken word scene. I was already writing poetry, but I never did spoken word. Never knew that existed. And I was like, oh, I need a name. I need a stage name. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I said, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, I'm Sunni Muslim. Let me take the N from Naima, the A from Abdus, the S from Salam, put it together, and I came up with Nassunni. And I actually wound up legally changing my name to Nassunni Abdul, Naima Abdul Kareem. I actually wound up changing my attribute, my last name on my attribute. But that's how Nassunni came about. That's how it was born.
That is awesome. See, you know what? That's just confirmation because I've been thinking about changing my name legally to Lavina Poetic Empress because my name is Lavina.
Okay.
Yeah, so in the stage is the one guy has given me to do what I do, speak truth. And Empress, honey, governing myself. If you're able to govern yourself, you're able to govern a nation.
Right.
So that I walk in that authority as an Empress. So it's a blessing that you came on the show and shared that tonight. And just be able to come, period. And honey, and I cannot wait for you to bless us with a poem. I know I said I was going to ask another question, but let's give it to
ask whatever you want to ask.
Bless us with the poem.
We're gonna have some conversation about some of these poems.
Yes, we are.
So do you want me to start or do you want to ask a couple more questions?
Well,
good evening.
Yes, say good evening to the people and give us one.
I'm live. So
Uh,
The poet.
I'll be blind with the glasses on.
I'm blind. I'm blind. Good evening, kings and queens, queens and kings. I can barely see the little writing on the screen.
TT, the poetic Libra, she has joined us. Thank you, TT. We
Peace and
appreciate it.
love. Peace and love.
Sure,
Peace
Miss
and love.
Cherie, thank you for joining, honey. I
Yes,
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Okay, let me, okay, I'm going to ask. See, no, I want you to give us a piece because I'm going to ask 2 questions after you give us.
Okay.
And
This piece here, which I didn't even know I had, because most of my poetry, I told you, that it's stored in my storage. And I was like, oh, this is what I consider like my intro piece, kind of, sort of. So this one is called "I'm Not Your Ordinary Poet," but it kind of goes to another side. I'm not your ordinary poet, Afrocentric, Kemar wearing, modest dressing, salat making, never oppressed, free flowing Muslim sister, shedding truth on closed minds blinded by ignorance, unwilling to speak with raised voices, thinking silence is the best thing until their loved ones are brutally beaten, stabbed, riddled with virgin bullets by cowardly individuals afraid of getting their hands dirty while extracting meaningful lives from falling bodies, never reaching childhood dreams, accomplishing well-planned goals, extinguished by heartless souls subconsciously on a mission of self-genocide, blaming God, everyone else but themselves for the life they chose. They chose a sentence of mental imprisonment for the remainder of their existence. Crying invisible tears, but no one's listening to silent screams of dying wannabe gangster thugs, thieves, stealing time from innocent and not so innocent victims. Execution is trying to wipe away history, rewrite what was written. Destiny, a precious, endangered species. We, Muslims, Christians, Jews, all spiritual believers must come together as one and reverse division amongst us, or face the possibility of one day becoming non-existent. Our children will vanish. There'll be no next generation of doctors, lawyers, teachers, philosophers. There'll be no next generation of kings, queens carrying on our forefathers' seeds. So tell me, are you still willing to harbor ignorance by remaining silent and doing nothing? Choice is yours. Either you're going to help restore our future, or you're going to help end it. Ashe.
Yes. Smooth fire, honey. Yes. Oh my God. And you're speaking such truth. The attitude.
And I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. The attitudes of people are, and not just the younger generation, just like some people, it's not every, but some people across the board,
Right.
The inconsideration, the disrespect,
the
people. I went into a store and to get a game for my son, and we were at the mall. He went to another store. He picked out the game, paying for the game, and so, well, before I can pay for it, I said, "Is that a brand new game?" And he said, "Oh, it's used." And I was like, "Okay, let me make a phone call and ask my son if he wants it." So my son said, "Okay, go ahead and get it." So I hung up the phone. I said, "Well, can I return it, if it doesn't work properly?"
Right.
He was like, "Yes, you have 7 days." Well, the man who was standing next to him, whom I wasn't talking to, who was not waiting on me, said, "Yeah, you have 7 days, not 8, because..." Immediately I was like, "Excuse me?"
Yeah, back up.
Let's take away me being a woman, me being Black. I'm a customer first.
Right, exactly.
You're an employee. How do you even come out your face? If I had given you a reason, if I came here before and did that, come on, you can do your little attitude, but
Right.
no, this, I'm like, this is unacceptable. So yeah, people, and they always do that. People want to put us in a box because somebody
Exactly.
did this. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, I fit the profile, so you gonna do that too." No, honey,
Right.
I don't fit that profile because of my skin
Exactly.
or
Exactly.
because I'm a woman.
Exactly.
So yes, it, and the deal is, people like us gotta live above it. You know what I mean? And that mess, when people come at you like that, you want to be like, wait a minute, because I haven't always been walking the way I'm walking. You
Right.
understand?
Exactly. It's
So
growth.
I gotta,
It's,
yes, I
it's,
gotta
it's
catch
growth.
myself. Be like, wait a minute, let me not go there
Right.
with them.
That's just growth. That takes time, you know.
Yes, exactly,
Um,
exactly. And honey, I know because who I have come. When I tell you, a mighty long way, and I
right.
thank God for that. But it's still, people need to just stop and think and say, "But I want someone treating me like that."
You
The
know what
level
is
of
what's so
respect
sad
needs to
is
come
that,
back up.
especially what, with our people and what we went through, there's so much self-hate,
Mm,
and when you're out there killing and destroying someone who looks like you're not loving yourself.
no,
Because if you were loving yourself,
come
you wouldn't
on,
be treating or trying to kill somebody because you're miserable, because you don't love yourself. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
We have a
exactly.
long way. We have a long ways to go. We have a long ways to go.
Yes, yes. And
Definitely.
the deal is, it's been strategically put in place
Right.
for people to respond, especially black people. Black people can get that in their minds. Oh, honey, they had a plan for this to pan out the way it's panning out, you know? So I'm like, we got to do better. We got to
Right.
say, okay,
Exactly.
yeah, that's what you planned, but I'm not succumbing to it. I'm not submitting
Right.
to that. I
Exactly.
choose to go a different route,
A
you know?
different path.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah,
You know.
definitely, definitely. Okay. Well, let me get to my next question because I'm sure people want to know, and they want another poem. I know they do. See your heart's going up, honey. They want to hear you tonight.
I got a little something, something coming.
That's what's up. That's all they want to know. Bring it. That's what they want. They like, bring that smooth fire, honey. Now, you started writing at age 10. What prompted you to?
I was actually a little younger, doodling, because my brother, my oldest brother, used to always mess with his instruments, and I used to mess with him, thinking I knew how to play it, and I used to always grabbed his acoustic guitar and write my little songs and stuff. So I was really 7, but I met Nikki Giovanni when I was younger, when I used to live on
That's
Parkwood Villas
awesome.
in New York City. Yes. Because where we lived, a lot of celebrities used to come through and visit other people. And she was someone who regularly came through to visit whoever she used to visit. And
Mm-hmm.
someone took a picture of her with her son, and we were in the park, and we was talking, and that she just motivated me, even at that young age. Even though after some years I stopped writing, and then after high school, during high school, I started writing again. Then I stopped, and then it was like 21 years went by,
Mm-hmm.
and then I started writing again. So it's on and off thing that has happened. You can't force writing. It has to naturally come out.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
So
Yes. That's awesome.
that's pretty much it.
That's awesome. Now, you embraced performing poetry in 2003. Where are some of the places you have
Yes.
performed?
Let me tell you, the very first place, I was already living in Philadelphia, but my niece Simone, she told me about this place in Harlem. I actually forgot the name of it. It
Mm-hmm.
was some restaurant in Harlem that had a stage, and they had open mic. I was so freaking scared. And let me tell you, my first poem was an erotic poem. And that's how I started writing. I'm telling you, I started writing exotic, erotic poems. I don't know. I don't know
You know
why,
what? The deal is, before you finish that story, the deal is I write them because women, I mean, society, period, makes it so sex such a bad thing.
right,
But sex is actually a good thing. How you think we all got here?
right.
If it,
Well, I
if
don't
it
write
didn't
them no
feel
more, but
good,
I still got some in my, my
exactly,
tucked
because
away.
yeah, and it's also for women who've been exposed. I was exposed to porn at a young age, what made me rich, and I was like, oh, I'm not
Okay.
participating, you know. So as I got older and learned more about it, it was like, oh, okay, it's not that.
Right.
It's something
Exactly.
totally different, and it
Totally
starts with
different.
intimacy. It starts with a conversation. It starts with a smell,
Exactly.
with a touch, cooking
Exactly.
dinner. It's a whole thing. It's not just the actual
Right.
act. Yeah. So that's why I continue to write that and whatnot.
But you
But
go
go ahead.
ahead,
So
girl. I
you
just now and then dip in the archives and just, read over them, and that's about it.
you did your erotic poem the first time hit the stage, and that
Right.
is funny. You
Yes,
had
and I was
brain.
scared to death. I couldn't look at the audience. I was shaking. They were standing up clapping. Let me tell you something. When I finished the
Uh-huh.
poem, they gave me a standing ovation. I couldn't look at them. I walked right off the stage, right out the door. My niece was like, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" I was so embarrassed and scared and everything else. That was my first experience. But the
Mm-hmm.
first time, what made me really want to start performing during that time is when I saw this ensemble of four women. They were called oh my God, I can't even think of their names right now. I'm so mad. Um, they'll come back to me.
Mm-hmm.
They were having a concert, and I was like, wow, they were spitting fire. I was like, I like that. And the
Mm-hmm.
company of poets, in the company of
Okay.
poets, that's their names. And I said, I was in love with their voices, And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's what I want to do. I want to do spoken word. I want to do performance poetry. I don't want to just read. I want to,
Right.
bring it
Speak
out.
it.
I want to really get
Mhm.
into it. And back then, I started just going to this poetry event, this poetry. And there was so many around the city of Philadelphia. And then during the time when I was married back then, me and my husband, we just started traveling. I had like a little tour thing going on. After
I
a
know
while, I
that
was
feeling.
featured here. I was featured in Baltimore. I was featured in Washington. I was featured in this place and that place, and I was featured on the radio. So it was really exciting, you know.
Right.
And then I had took some writing classes
Mm-hmm.
here at Temple University. They had what is called the Passive program, and I
Mm-hmm.
took a couple of writing courses, and one of the courses was being taught by two of the sisters that was in a company of poets. So I
Wow.
was like, I was like really excited. And
Right.
and then I had another class with another poet that really he was really, him and his friend, they had this company and they were called Fire and Ice. He was awesome too. Katie Morris. He was my
Mm-hmm.
second poetry writing course teacher at Passive program. But and then I went from there, and there was time when I had a dry spot, didn't write anything for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and it was on and off. And then after a while, I kind of fell back because I also do artwork. So then I started dipping more into my artwork. And
Mm-hmm.
so like right now, when my mom passed away a couple years ago, and still struggling with that, and this is helping me getting back into writing, doing my scattered thoughts on
Yes. I want to
Instagram.
touch. Mm-hmm.
Right. That's
I want
helping
to
me
touch on
as
that.
well, to
Mm-hmm.
get out of the depression I found myself in and out of since my mom passed. So
Okay.
just trying to
My
get back, trying to get
condolences.
my foot, back into it,
Right.
so, we'll see what happens. See what
Okay.
happens.
And my condolences on your mother.
Thank you. Thank you, my
Mhm.
shorty. Thank you.
Well, honey, now you know you got to give us some more of that smooth fire, please. The audience wants to hear Nassunni.
You
Okay,
got me over here, teary
ladies and
eye.
gentlemen.
Well, the next pieces I'm going to show you, it all has to do with Black love, me being a Black woman, and being around other Black people, growing up around other Black people, whether it be family or, you know, friends.
Mm-hmm.
But this particular piece right here that I'm about to share with you, I revamped it a little bit, but it was written quite a few years ago. Because I always thought about my kids safely, wanted them to, you know, stay on the right path, do the right thing. And I knew with me being someone who worked with the public, and I'm, you know, I used to drive actually the city bus here in Philadelphia, and I used to see all kinds of things, little girls it's just, you know, doing too much and men doing too much, and I always worried about my girls. So this poem is like I said, it's another version of Black love. It's love for your children and wanting to, you know, see things go well with them.
Right.
It's called Thought about you on my way to work today. Sounds of hip-hop thumping through speakers of Beamers and SUVs cruising down Market Street, hypnotizing little girls as they dance to the rhythm, swaying underage hips past grown men standing on corners licking lips, lusting after young, naive, easily persuaded minds jiggling in mini skirts and tight, low-cut jeans. Some around 11, no older than 13. Thought about you on my way to work today. Sounds of crying babies echoing through thick, polluted air, failing to capture the attention of gossiping mothers too busy worrying about yesterday's news and tomorrow's blues. Not focusing on their child in need, struggling to breathe through the stench of tobacco and weed, blackening little lungs. Suppressing the growth of undeveloped minds makes you wonder, where are the fathers? Where are the fathers of these precious souls? Where are the fathers who are needed to help nurture and guide them away from a life of uncertainties, lies, and confusion? Where are the fathers? Thought about you on my way to work today. Young boys grinding on street corners, growing up too fast, headed for a life of self-destruction if they continue on this deadly path. Again, I ask, where are the fathers? Closing watery eyes, praying out conversation about life stays embedded in your growing mind, stored away like a precious jewel, waiting for a rainy day. Hoping periodically you look into the depths of your soul and find a sprouting seed blossoming into a beautiful flower, letting the course of life naturally, slowly change you. Today, Mommy thought about you on the way to work. Tears of love, joy, pain flowed down my face, knowing all I can do is rely on faith and years of experience to mold you into a beautiful, educated, God-fearing individual, but never forgetting the innocence of an inquisitive child buried beneath the body of a developing young woman. Ashe. Now my girls are much older now. They 38 going on 39 and 28 soon, God willing, this end of this year. But yeah, it was rough. You know, I would, like I said, I would drive the city bus and I would be on my way to work and I would see certain things. I'm like, you know what? I just want my kids, you know, to grow up, be safe, nothing happen to them, and hopefully they, you know, hold on to what I've taught them and stay on that straight path. You know, all you can do is lead them and pray for them and, you know, and let God take control after that. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes.
Yeah. I used to cry when I read that poem.
Yes, because it's when you have a child, your whole life, it's a whole different level of love. And if you don't know God, you're going to know God, because like you said, you want your child to be safe. And if we could just cover them and they wouldn't have to feel no pain and all of that, but that's not the reality of this world. So they gotta experience some things, but some things it's just like, God, please, you know, keep them from
It's hard. It's hard because you want to see them, even as adults. You know,
Yes.
doesn't matter how grown they are, how old. And like I tell my oldest is 38, and it's like it doesn't matter how old you are. You my child. You may not be a child, but you're my child. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna always worry about you. I'm gonna always pray for you. I'm gonna always want what's best for you, and I'm gonna always tell you to be extra careful. You know, so that's never going away. So as a parent, that's not, you know, as long as you love your child. I'm not talking about parents that don't give a crap about their child, but parents who love their children, you're going to worry about them. You're going to love them until their last breath. You know, so it doesn't matter. I talk about it all the time. I don't care how grown you think you are or how grown you are. You're my child. You know, so.
Yes. Honey. Whew. That love, man, is something serious.
Yes.
Something.
You know, in this world that we living in, is so much going on. I like, even like with my grandkids, like my grandsons, they're not street kids. You know what I'm saying? My daughter don't play that. You know, I have good, smart grandkids. I'm not saying they don't do no bad, you know, little, you know, regular stuff that teenagers do, but they're not street kids. They don't hang out in the street and all that dumb stuff. But you still worry about them because anything still can happen. You know, even though they may not be out there dealing drugs, slinging, whatever you want to call it, and, you know, all that other stuff. Anything can still happen. So all we able to do is continue to guide them and pray for them, you know?
Yes, most definitely. I totally agree. Totally. You know. Well, Miss, give us another one, please.
Okay.
And then I'll answer more questions. And I'll answer more questions.
Okay. Like I said, this is about love. You got all different levels of love. Love for yourself, for your children, for your parents, for, you know, it's all what I have in my circle, Black love.
Yes.
Black love, Black love, Black love, Black love. Black love is self-love. Self-love is Black love. Before you can love anyone else, you must love self first. And I love myself. My cocoa brown skin attached to a perfectly imperfect 5'4" frame, standing tall in my blackness. I love my freckles, my moles scattered across my face and neck. My sensitive nose with a keen sense of smell, knowing when the seasons are about to change. Welcoming with open arms the change of life. Weathering the storms, relying solely on him, I rise. Elevating to new heights with no regrets from past mistakes erased by his mercy. Embracing my Black girl power, full of knowledge, wisdom, strength, and a whole lot of common sense. I love me. All my perfect imperfections wrapped in thick skin. Appreciating my womanhood, finding, learning, liking new things about me. I love myself. Matured Black love, electrifying, you see. I'm not your ordinary poet. I'm African royalty. Blood flowing from the same oceans of queens and kings. I'm beautiful, bold, brave, courageous Black woman who loves me. I am Black love.
Yes, yes, yes. So nice, honey. You got the what? I love it. I love it. I love it. I have to type on the screen. When people start talking about self-love, I'm like, yes, always choose to love yourself more.
You have to, you know.
I'm not talking about being selfish. I'm talking about
you
take
have
care
to.
of you.
You have to, and you have to nourish you. You have to love every inch of even the things you don't like about you that you may not be able to change right away, or you struggle to change whatever it is that you're trying to grow. You have to love yourself, because if you don't love who you are, what you are, where you are, how are you going to fully love anyone else? I don't care who that is. I don't care who that is. Anyone that's in your life, you're not going to truly be able to love that sister, that brother, that child, if you don't love and nurture yourself first.
Yes.
You know. And that's the thing. And you can't love that man right if you don't love yourself. You can't appreciate and embrace what he wants to give you, because we be so wrapped up in our insecurities because we're not loving ourselves that we're not accepting the love that he's trying to give us. So my next poem is dedicated to the Black love of our brothers.
Yes.
Beautiful, poetic Black man. Captivating, stimulating like a cool breeze blowing through cracked windows after an early morning rainstorm. Warming my soul with your scented pheromones, your voice tantalizing. Black man, poetically beautiful you are. Your walk, your strut, the way you communicate when wearing your Aldo bruise and tailor-made suits. Right down to your Timberland boots with loose jeans slightly hanging low. You just move me with your curls, your bald head, your fades, your braids. Even when you rock locks, neatly wrapped in mud cloth dips in colors of terracotta, dark umber, burnt orange, and golden sand, you're genuine. Precious like the rich pearl soils of our motherland. You're that brother man who moves me, soothes me, loves me like no other. When you look at me and I look back, finding harmony, tranquility wrapped in your strong arms while you listen to problems testing my strength and abilities. You're that brother man I could lay around the house with, be myself with, let my flaws show comfortable with as I snuggle under your dark chocolate, cocoa brown, pecan tan, blue black, crispy cream, caramel sensitive skin that jumps whenever I touch you. Beautiful, poetic Black man, you moves me with your intellect, your knowledge of people, places, and history, your knowledge of true intimacy.
Yes.
The heart and mind, you see, you understand what others find a mystery. My inner and outer energy, like we've been engraved in stone for eternity.
Come on.
You truly move me, guide me on a straight path, opening these eyes wider, broadening horizons further than I could ever imagine. You only want what's best for your queen, created from the rib of the man, and I thank God, because without him, I wouldn't be able to build the next generation of dedicated, hardworking, loving husbands, fathers, uncles, brothers, sons. Oh, my love, my confidant, my friend. You are the epitome of a strong Black man, and I am moved by you. Thank you.
Honey. Yeah.
Let me do my little shimmy.
Yes. Honey, wait a minute. You should have did like this. Boom. Drop the mic on that baby. Oh my goodness. Yes. Black man, we give it up to you tonight.
Yes, honey. I don't care. I mean, I love men, but nothing is just nothing.
Not like a Black man, honey. And like you said, his voice, the way they walk, and talk. And honey, when they start kicking
just the way they communicate without communicating, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
honey. Yes.
Yes. We give it up tonight to the kings.
I got a little short one that I'm dedicated to the sisters, and just because it's short doesn't mean it's less in value. Because I love my sisters. I love my beautiful sisters, and you know what? And it's a shame that we don't love each other enough. You know, we too much judgmental. You know, let me just say this before I read this real quick. One time I was at work, and I'm quick quick. You looking sharp. I'm telling you, I'm not one to be like, she thinks
I'm like, sis,
you know, or
queen.
you're admiring in silence because you don't want to let this sister know she might need to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I'm quick. I'll be like, sister, you look beautiful. You are rocking that ball. Look, you rocking them shoes. You rock. I love your hair. I love your hair. I love your shoes. You're beautiful. Fix your crown. It's gonna be okay. You know, that's right. It's gonna be okay. You know. And one sister, she stopped. She was like, "Wow." She's like, "Thank you, thank you. I needed that. Thank you." I said, "Sis, no problem.
Come on.
I'm here to help you straighten up that crown." You know. So this is like I said, it's not long, but you get the gist of it. Sister, queen, created from beautiful shades of browns, earthly skin tones ranging from the richest creams to the purest of dark chocolates, uniquely shaped and chiseled in an image destined for greatness by his will, embracing the linkage given to us before creation, our DNA. Emerging from different cultural, ethnic, and social backgrounds. Unscripted characteristics inherent from the strength of our ancestors flowing rapidly through our veins. Together, we must stand tall, embracing, loving, teaching, uplifting each other no matter what religion, spiritual path we walk, talk, sing, or dance on now. That's Black love. Give me some hugs. Give me some love. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. I love you, my sister. I love you. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Every queen on the line, peace and blessings to you.
Yes.
Yes,
My husband just joined.
Send it out in the atmosphere. Nima.
I see my husband. Hi, baby. He's not going to say nothing. He's not going to say nothing in the comments. He just joined in.
Thank you for joining it, husband.
I just seen my hubby just joined in. I love him so much. Appreciate him a lot. As my baby. Yes, your wife is covered properly. I just want to make sure he knows, you know, I stay on point.
I know that's right. Now listen, I'm hoping Nima L is still on the line because she's in Philadelphia also. You know, you guys know I'm a hop, skip, and a jump away. So we got to get a date down where they having an open mic or whatever.
Yes.
And I'm going to come hang out. And we're going to rock the mic while we there.
One of my longtime poetic brothers from back in the day, Sam I Am, he has one. And it's not like at a big place. It's real intimate. It's really nice. They serve food and stuff. And his, I think it's every other Thursday. I'll send you, it's on my, if you go to my page, you'll see one of his older flyers. Okay. And he's on Facebook. So if you can connect with him, Sam I Am. And it's another brother, he does one. I haven't been back to his. He's, what was the name of his thing? It's called Poetry in Motion. Will Little, he also goes by like Lakeith Muslim, I think it is. His Muslim name is. He gives one every Saturday in South Philly. I also have his flyer on my page. I try to like post everybody's flyers of people who does different open mics all over the place. So I have a few of them on. I have a few of them on my page.
Okay.
Yes, we have to. I haven't been back to the other ones yet because I've been sick. But hopefully the next one. But yes, we have to keep in touch. We have to keep that going. I would love to come back another time and share some other stuff and maybe share some of my artwork too in the background.
Yeah, wait a minute. That's what I was gonna ask you. You said, okay, you paint.
Yes, I paint, I sew, different things. So hopefully if I'm invited back, I'll have on something that I've made and one of my paintings hanging in the background.
Yes, you got to bring all of you to the party.
Yes, bring all of it. All of it.
Yes, indeed. Yes, because we would definitely love to see some of your pieces. And now I love clothes and shoes and boots. And I like fashion. From the time I was little, and it runs in the family, my mom, my sister, my dad could dress. Mm-hmm. Yes. So, but honey, if I could make clothes, well, I guess if I put my mind to it, because when I was in high school, I did take a
You can
sewing
do it.
class and make this little outfit. But girl, I'll be whoo.
I used to do a lot of sewing back in the day, but I got burnt out. I got so, my girlfriend who passed away, she was my guinea pig and she loved it because she got all this free clothes.
I know
I
that's
mean,
right.
I was a natural. One of the sisters at the mosque, she was like, you know what? For you to do what you do in a little bit of time that you have done it, you sew better than some women I've known that's been sewing for years. And that was
Yeah.
a big compliment coming from her because
Yeah.
she's like, she's not just a seamstress. I mean, she can, the clothes that she make, you know, sometimes you can tell somebody made something. You be like, okay, somebody
You
made
can't
that.
tell somebody
And then there's
made.
times when, yeah, because when she made something, you
She
can't
did.
tell that she made it. Look like it came from, you know, a warehouse design of people slaving in the warehouses making clothes. And you you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
I
Yes,
mean,
yes, yes.
seriously, when she makes
She,
clothes, it look like she got them from the store.
she's definitely a fashion designer.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
don't sew anymore. She's up in age, but yeah, but yes, I
yeah,
would love to come back. I really enjoyed myself, Queen,
yeah.
Queen,
I
Queen,
will
Queen,
definitely
Queen.
have you back. Yes, it's been a blessing. Please leave our audience with some encouraging words.
I'm gonna say this: look into the eyes of history and find the path to your soul.
I
That's
like
what's a hot clue. Okay,
that. I like that.
love yourself, love
Yes,
yourself, love
yes,
yourself, love yourself.
yes, yes.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a taste of Lavina, Poetic, Empress, coming at you with a taste of Nassunni, smooth fire. It has
Thank you,
definitely
Queen.
been a blessing. Blessing.
Yes, and I
I
enjoyed
enjoyed it.
myself. Thank you so much for
You
the invite.
you are so welcome. And we will see you again.
Yes, please. God willing, yes. I would love to come back.
Definitely. Yes. You can hit the X, sweetie pie.
Okay, let me see. Where is it at? Where is
Right
the.
at the top right hand corner.
Oh, okay, there you go. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. That, oh my goodness, that was such a wonderful show. I had a good time. And I will see you guys next Tuesday night, which is it if it's the 16th, I believe it is next Tuesday. November 16th, we will have Blood Brother Mike in the building. It's going to be awesome. Yes, yes, yes. So I will see you guys then. Thank you. Peace, blessings, and love to all. Thank you. Good night.